Producers, can you guys hear me on this IFB? I'm 17 right now. Yeah, I can hear you now. Stand by here. You ready?
Come to you?
Yeah. You want to go off the shoulder?
No, because it's
Yeah, I got you now.
this is terrible.
You want to?
I got this side. Over here in the sun.
Yeah, I got you now. No, I got IFB. Yeah, well, we're here on the front lines right now, guys, and there is tons of air support. In about the last 30 minutes, we've seen 2 new helicopters flown in. There are air tankers dropping slurry and other fire retardant on this fire. And the good news is right now, while there have been 200 evacuations, from what we can tell here, kind of at ground zero, there have not been any homes destroyed right now. To my left is actually the neighborhoods that this brush fire passed. You can see right up here the charred brush right next to these homes, and then to our left is the hot spot of this fire. And you can see just how close we are to this smoke. MCSO has this roped off. We have seen fire departments, Daisy Mountain Fire, Phoenix Fire, MCSO. It looks like more, could be Glendale Fire, might be showing up right now, and another water drop here from a helicopter as we have seen more aerial apparatus show up to fight this fire that is really just consuming the brush in this area. As you mentioned, near I-17 and the Carefree, this is the Tremonto neighborhood where we are right now. If we pan to the left, Alfonso, you can see people are out of their homes, on Facebook Live. And yeah, Glendale, I noticed the yellow truck. Glendale Fire just showed up. It is really an all hands on deck as more Valley agencies come here to try and fight this. If we pan over here to the right again, there's a ton here. You can see a plane just flew past. We have seen a lot of drops, and over here to our right, more fire trucks. Phoenix Fire was actually spraying homes preemptively, proactively, getting water on the sides of these homes to ensure that the fire didn't consume them. So it is really an intense battle right now as they try and prevent this fire from consuming these neighborhoods. But the good news is, and these neighbors have told me firsthand, it appears this fire is moving north of the Tremonto neighborhood. Even though there have been 200 evacuations, these firefighters are doing everything they can to save homes and protect lives. We're going to stay out here. We'll bring you live updates as this continues to rage. Steve, Katie. Is it Faye, not Katie? So you guys just heard my live shot there. Zach Crenshaw back out here. I'll talk a little bit for those of you joining us on Facebook Live as Alfonso continues to gather B-roll. We are here near the Tremonto neighborhood. This is just northwest of where the I-17 meets the Carefree Highway. And we are in the neighborhood. It's right via Puzola and Cloud is the exact intersection we're at. Basically where Cloud turns into 27th Avenue. This is kind of the Desert Hills neighborhood is what they call it. We're just northwest of the, or northeast, I should say, of the Tremonto Marketplace. But you can see just how close we are to this smoke, and this is the brush fire that has actually moved past us to our right and now is moving north. And you see this helicopter continues to come to this one hot spot and drop water, fly back, fill it up, and rinse and repeat. So tons of smoke here. You can see all the different aerial support they have. Small planes, multiple helicopters, and then they had, what is it, Alfonso? A DC-10, which is a big tanker that they've been using, dropping that red or pink slurry or fire retardant. And if you actually, Alfonso, I don't know if you can zoom out a little bit and show them this hill over here to the right, but you see through the smoke there, you can see the pink fire retardant on that hill. And this is really a large area. It has gone from, I'm gonna pull up my notes, 200 homes evacuated according to a producer who's been texting me. Fire is 1,000 acres right now. Of course, it started earlier this afternoon, you know, just 1 acre, and it is quickly just spread through this dry brush. We continue to harp on it, just the risk of wildfires right now in Arizona, because this terrain is so dry. It is just fuel for these fires, and there's nothing to really stop them, right? You can see there's no rock, there's no water out here, and the fire can just kind of run wherever it wants to. And this helicopter is gonna wobble over and drop this water yet again. And Alfonso, if we slide over here real quick and just show the police presence and kind of where we are, so you can see all the Phoenix cop cars. This is still Phoenix. This is Phoenix proper, right? Not county incorporated. Yeah. So we're in the city of Phoenix still, but you can see MCSO is out here, and oh, right here, guys, State Fire just showed up. Phoenix crew of the State Fire Department, Arizona Department of Forestry. And that is at least the 4th fire department I've seen out here. Daisy Mountain, Phoenix, Glendale, now State Fire. And I imagine there are even more resources and departments involved in this fight right now. And it is safe to call this a fight, a battle to save these homes, which are very close. But fortunately, so far, the fire has kind of moved past them. Alfonso, I want to, if we can, and Alfonso's doing a heck of a job here, you can see this plume of dark smoke to the left of this cactus. I believe that's north of this neighborhood. Again, the Tremonto neighborhood is where we're at right now. And we've seen a lot of, as yet another drop, water drop here. And right behind it, you see the plane. You see the plane getting ready to, you know, dive bomb again to try and do its part. So, Alfonso, let's slide over here really quick. I want to show the folks something. You see the Phoenix fire truck up there, the engine spraying water They're trying to protect something. It could be a home. It could be, I think there's a road up there. So they're trying to prevent the fire from potentially spreading into this neighborhood to the right. And you can see right over this line, you can see where firefighters had set up. You can see them in their yellow fire retardant shirts, flannels. And they were spraying these homes earlier with water, trying to make sure that brush fire, which you can see right below that red fire truck, just how close the brush fire got to those homes. I mean, right up to the line there. And I don't know if it was by luck or if it was the firefighters getting up there in time, but they saved a lot of homes in this neighborhood to our right. Do you guys mind? Would one of you mind talking to me? Just asking.
I don't have anything to say.
No, yes you do. I've heard that excuse too much. I'm a news reporter. Everyone's got something to say, right?
Cronkite?
No, well, I guess insulting and flattering at the same time. You know, I'm with ABC 15, so like 29 years old. So I'm a little too old for Cronkite.
Well, school.
Oh, I thought you meant was I still Cronkite at ASU. No, I didn't actually go to Cronkite in Indiana. So. But we are live on Facebook, so they're hearing us. But let me ask you guys a few quick questions. Just what do why do people think they can just drive past clear barricades? Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Yeah, this guy, Alfonso, this guy just got yelled at by this MCSO deputy. Okay, come on in. You guys are both fine.
I'm from way up that way.
And you know what? If you don't mind, can I actually have you guys turn a little bit? Okay, so what are your names real quick, first and foremost?
I'm John.
John, last name?
Lunney.
Spell it for me.
Lunney.
Got it. John with an H? Okay, and your name?
Amy
Amy, last name?
Collat.
Spell it for me.
Kollat.
Okay, so you guys are out here, obviously. I mean, we're 100 yards from where this helicopter is dropping water over and over again. What are your thoughts right now watching this so close to your neighborhood?
I'm just worried about my neighbors. I have some friends that live up in Desert Hills, so just a little concerned. They're outside of the evacuation area, so I think they're fine, but there's a lot of horse property up there. It's a little unnerving.
I mean, we see, I know you're safe right now and you feel relatively confident it's not going to cut back in this way, but when you saw it moving right past your home, what were your emotions?
Well, it's a risk out here, so it's not something you see every day, but it's unnerving because I live close to here, and I think my family is a little more unnerved than I am.
You have
They
kids?
keep texting me, yeah. Adult kids, yeah. There's no young children at home.
Gotcha. Okay. John, let me ask you this. I mean, we have the 3 largest wildfires in the U.S. burning in Arizona right now. We've covered in the bushfire, the one down in Tucson, Bighorn, I think. And now this one, it just kind of, and it started so quickly. It's over 1,000 acres right now, and it started, 2-3 hours ago?
Yes, yeah, it spreads fast. When I first arrived, the wind was going in this direction, and you could see when it would switch that the flames would start to come back in this direction. So it's going back and forth. It's
and
fluttering.
Right, and I know you're not necessarily a firefighter, but can you describe for people what allows it to move so quickly?
Well, as all I know is we've got a lot of dry bush here, and with these winds, you can feel it right now. This is probably 12-mile-an-hour winds, and it accelerates it pretty quickly. The black, heavy smoke, you can see where it's starting to burn again. When they put it down, you get the white smoke from the water coming up and the vapors. When it gets black, it's hot again. If you follow the black, you're going to see flames shortly after that.
Right, because, I mean, a little bit of air can just move those, even the embers can just move them, and boom,
Doesn't
you're
take
off and
much.
running again.
Yeah, apparently this started in the ravine way down there, and of course the ravine, you have that Venturi effect, just brings it up very quickly.
Do you guys have any idea what started this fire?
Just rumors, but I don't know.
Okay. We don't operate in rumors. I mean,
No, I do not.
looking at the plume right there. I mean, look right
That's
over there.
New flame.
Just new flame. To your point, John. You can see that ambulance and the fire engine right up there are right next to those flames where that cactus is.
Yeah, well, you see the white, that's water getting put on it. And they have a jet off of one of these trucks that throws water out about 100 yards.
Right, and we've seen that shooting it. And you can see, I think in just the last 10 minutes, just to the right of that smoke, that's kind of really moved up the hill a little bit more.
Well, fascinating thing also here is the flight coordination they're doing here for the controlled airspace.
Tell me more about that.
Well, you got a twin engine, he's kind of a reconnaissance guy. This guy's bringing water, but you've got several aircraft flying in a very tight area of controlled airspace. Fascinating, just the organization, just for the air maneuvers.
Right, we've seen at least 2 choppers. We saw the tanker
Yep.
flying in, and I mean, we're seeing every agency from State Fire, Glendale Fire, Phoenix Fire. I saw Daisy Mountain, so it's really all hands on deck in the area. Amy, were you out here when the flames got super close to these homes over here? Because you can see.
No, I got a text that there was a fire in the wash, and I came out. It was probably about where it was about here. It went north, and it's kind of come back a little bit. So it's been in the same area since I've been out here.
And John outed you as